Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and today I'm back with a viewer request. I had someone that wanted to see my method for creating a specific tag. Let me find it here. So, this one. And so I'm going to share that today. So technically, I guess the pen, Pinterest pen would be my own. So I hope you'll stick around and see how I do this. It's by no means a new method, but some people are not familiar with the technique. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and then hopefully you'll learn something new today. So in preparation, because you have to allow drying time, I have already put my texture paste through the stencils and let it air dry. And the reason that I let them air dry is because if you dry them with your heat tool, it bubbles up. Sorry, I've got ink on me from doing other things today. I've got ink and glue all over me, so you'll have to ignore that. So I went ahead and put the stencil on and let it dry so that we could move through this faster. But basically all you do is you take whatever texture paste you have. I used Distress, the opaque texture paste, and I just put the stencil on and push the texture paste through the stencil. You want to fill up the holes on the stencil, but you want to still be able to see the stencil, once you have everything in there. I prefer to not go edge to edge. I just kind of do a partial stencil, but that's all a matter of taste and up to, what you want to do. So, these are two pre-made tags. You could just as easily make your own in any size. File folders are good for this, or if you have cardstock. These happen to both be the manila color. You can use, whatever color you want. But I would use cardstock. I wouldn't try this on just regular scrapbook paper unless you have a really thick one. Okay, so like I said, I've already put it through the stencils, let it dry. The reason this one has kind of a tint to it is I had some ink left on my stencil, and so it transferred to the texture paste when I was pushing it through. I'm not worried about that because it's in the long run, it's not going to matter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put on the color. Now for this one, I'm making this particular one for a bee journal that I'm going to be working on. And so I have chosen fossilized amber. And I'm just swooshing these on my glass mat. Wild honey. And rusty hinge. Okay, because I want those kind of honeycomb colors. And then I'm going to squirt it with water. This is really easy, guys. And I'm just going to kind of run my fingers through there and break it up a little bit. And then we're just going to pick it up. Okay, and then once we get some on here, we're going to dry it. And then we're going to do it again. And just kind of drag it through there. Move these inks around and get them on your page. And you can continue to work with what's on your glass mat until it gets kind of muddy, and then you want to clean it off and put some different ones on there. And try to get as much on there as we can. Okay, let's try that. And then this last little bit, I'll just wipe up with my paper towel. Okay, so for the next step, I'm going to take some tea dye. I think tea dye is the color I want. One of them. And then some vintage photo, I believe. And I'm going to take my little dauber here, and I'm going to start off the page, and I'm just going to start kind of going in and getting some of this brown color just to kind of tone down what I've got going on, because I don't want it to be so bright. Okay, so to me, that looks more like what you would expect the honeycomb to look like. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of tea dye and kind of go in with that color. And this one's going to be kind of a lighter tone. It's all about layering. The more layering that you get on your tag, the more depth that you're going to get to it, and the more interesting look you're going to get, rather than, you know, just using one color. Alright, so now we're going to create the magic. I'm going to take my squirt bottle, and I'm going to squirt it pretty heavily with water. And let it run. Okay, and then we're going to let that set for just a minute. And I could have taken another piece of paper or something and put that on there to save that. And then we're going to do a little dab here. And you can see that it's going to take off a lot of the color that was on the actual little honeycomb shapes. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, so this is what we have now. And I think I'm going to go even a shade darker. And what do I have? Let's do gathered twigs. Just because I want it good and grungy. Do the edges. Okay, I'm liking that. Now let's highlight it a little bit. And what I mean by that is, let's take let's try the wild honey first. This may be too much, but we're going to try it. Sorry, I'm getting my little container of daubers here. Of course, I'm picking up all the wrong ones. Okay, this is one I do oranges with. Okay, now I'm going to take this one and get my yellow one out here. And we want to go ahead and try some trusty hinge again too. Just here and there. And then once again, I'm going to do some water drops, but this time I'm going to do just slow, so I'm getting bigger drops. And let them do their thing for a minute. And then this time I'm not going to dab it, I'm just going to dry it. I almost think I want to put black soot around the edge of this one. Just so I get a bigger contrast. But what I might do, yeah, we'll try black soot. And I'm going to do it directly from the pad around the edge. I feel like I want a more defined edge. So I'm just taking the pad and kind of rubbing on the edges. Yep, like that. And now I'm going to stamp something right here. Just, what do I want to stamp? Some little numbers. Thought I might have a bee here in my basket, but I don't. I haven't pulled those out yet. Could do a flower. Let's do a flower down here in this corner. And then we will do some numbers or something. Alright, where's my little block? There it is. It's right in front of me. There we go. I don't want anything overwhelming because the point is the stenciling, not the stamping. And let's see. Let's grab some numbers. Let's do that one. I'm not worried about every one of those lines being filled up. And then we could put a signature down there at the bottom. That'd be kind of cool. So let me see. Yeah, I think that one will fit. And that is Creative Expression Signatures from the Past one. And then I really want to be right there, but I don't have any fussy cut right now, but chances are that's what I'll put right there. Let's see. Got my kit printed out. Let's see if I can find something real quick. That one will work. And I'm just going to kiss cut this because it's got some little bitty legs. So we're just going to zoom around it real quick here, just so you can kind of see. What it would look like. Of course, I can't zoom when I'm fussy cutting or kiss cutting. I get too obsessed with trying to make that white part exactly the same all the way around. Do you guys do that? Do you not care about the white, or do you prefer to have everything with no white? I prefer everything with no white, but it's just not always possible with some of the things that you want to cut out. Alright, so let's ink around that, definitely. We're definitely gonna do that and kind of grunge it up. Because, you know, it wouldn't be my card, my tag, if I didn't grunge it up. So I would put that right there, and I probably would put something like a floral or something else behind it. Maybe even like a floral die cut would look good. I don't think, in contrast, I could use I don't want to cover up, you know, all my work that I just did to do that, all that stenciling, but I just feel like it needs a little something behind it. And then maybe got some purple flowers. Let's see here. What's going on? Having issues trying to get my flowers, which are hanging on a hook, and I'm knocking everything off. Definitely don't want yellow. This pink would look good. That's what I have. Pink and green. No. Ooh. What about this one? This may be too big. Ugh. Can't get it out. Is that covering too much? Yeah, I think that's too much. Maybe we just need some book page or something. It's a smaller one. No, doesn't need a flower. That's not what it needs. That's not it. Dictionary page. Like that. I don't know, guys. Needs some kind of little pop of color. I think it needs black. What I think it needs. Maybe it needs like a frame around it. Not this big, but I'm just looking at the black to see if a circle. Do we want to try a circle? You guys think I'm crazy yet? Oh no, I like that. Or you could do a hexagon. Okay, we're going to leave it at that because I'm not going to sit and wishy-washy over something that I wasn't even planning on working on. I just wanted to show you guys the method for the raised stenciling. And like I said, you can use any stencil, you can use any color palette that you want. I know this one's kind of a boring color palette. It's not near as vibrant as the one that I put in the fall journal. But the same process will work for any colors that you want. And you just keep working the colors until you get what you want. I'll pull this one out again if I can find it. Here we go. So for this one, I think I used like broken glass and peacock feather maybe. And then I went in with my browns. And you can see that it's much more vibrant than this one. But like I said, you can use any color palette that you would like. And in this particular case, I needed, a tag for my bee journal. So when I do finish this tag, I will let you know how it turns out. And until then, let's see. I will have a video on Saturday. I'm going to film it immediately after I finish this one because my brother-in-law is coming into town for the weekend. And so I won't be available over the weekend, but I'm going to go ahead and make it so the video will be available. And it is also a viewer request, or it will be, on how I made these. So I hope you will tune in for that. And until then, I hope everybody has a great rest of your week. And I will be back for this video on Saturday. So see you then. Bye.